All right, let's go ahead and bring in NBC 10 political commentator, my at-issue co-host, Dateline's own Sue O'Connell in the newsroom for us.
And your pod mate.
Yes, and my pod mate, that is true. Sue, some big-name surrogates out there for both Harris and Trump, and they're making the same argument. If the other side wins, democracy as we know it is dead. There will never be another election. They're both making that argument.
Right.
Why? What do you make of that?
Well, you know, Corey, this is where we as voters have to put on our listening ears and our critical thinking caps. And look, I know people listening at home, if you're pro-Trump or pro-Harris, you're going to listen to what I say through that bias. So here's what I advise, okay? Objectively, listen and look at what each candidate is saying about how they were governed and what the goals of their administration will be and who will be working with them. Harris has been saying she will work with Democrats and Republicans. She says she'll have at least one Republican in her administration, and she has amassed an unlikely number of notable Republicans as allies, like the Cheney family and a host of former members of Republican administrations. And then look and listen to Trump. When Donald Trump was president, there's no doubt that he broke normal activity rules and laws, and many of his former supporters are saying they will not support him. His former Defense Secretary, James Mattis, he told Bob Woodward that Trump was the most dangerous person ever. So read their words, listen to what they say, look at their actions, and come to your own conclusion.
So we had two billionaires stumping for both candidates yesterday. Elon Musk stumping for Donald Trump, Mark Cuban campaigning for Harris. Why those two guys? And really, who are they talking to? What will sort of resonate with voters that they might bring to the stump?
Well, you know, it actually means nothing if you don't care about either one of them, right? But if you do care about those guys, it may have some impact. Cuban and Musk, they're sort of two sides of the same coin, right? They're both very wealthy. They're innovators. They have huge followings of young men. And the young men are the target of both campaigns. Now, the other aspect to consider is if they're costing the campaigns any votes. We'll have to figure that out afterwards.
Interesting. And finally, Sue, the Wall Street Journal editorial pages, Peggy Noonan writing that right now Trump supporters are confident, Harris supporters are terrified. Do you get that sense? It's an election year. We're getting Democrat bedwetting in the run-up to Election Day. Either of those emotions, right, wrong? What's the reality as you see it with, 18 days to go?
Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. Look, everyone is both terrified and confident at the same time. But a campaign, I think, is better off if the supporters are terrified, because the danger of complacency is that if voters think that their candidate is going to win, you might not vote. You might just stay home. So take what Peggy Noonan says with a grain of salt and make sure that you make your plan to vote.
Thank you very much, Sue. Sage advice, as always. We appreciate it. We'll catch you later tonight, by the way. Remember, we cover all the latest political headlines nationally and locally every Sunday morning on NBC 10 Boston. Starts at 10:30 with Meet the Press, hosted by Kristen Welker. And then at 11:30, join me, Sue, Matt Pritchard, for the latest edition of At Issue.